LiveLab continues to investigate the fear of finding out, or FOFO, a psychological barrier causing people to delay seeking medical advice when they have worrying symptoms. Previously, we met Tony, David and Polly, 3 people who have experienced FOFO. As we invite them back to input on the next stage of LiveLab, we find out for one of them in particular, the project has had a profound effect.
The fear of finding out was holding me back from checking out how healthy I was because I'm scared, you know what I mean? Once I realised, that's what inspired me to say, we'll go and have a health check. Spoke to the doctor says to me that you're going to end up having diabetes. So this experience motivated me to change my lifestyle. I've lost over 2 stone. My doctor was inspired, you see. He says to me that these are the things that makes his job worthwhile because he'll speak to hundreds of people every day and it's heartbreaking watching them slowly killing themselves.
The team of LiveLab experts realised that to better understand FOFO, they needed to collect more data from the public. One of the ways to do this would be to create a tool with a fun gaming element.
Today we're meeting with our 3 LiveLab participants, Polly, David and Tony, to update them on how we're trying to bring this fascinating tool to life.
Alan is joined by game developer Max from Glitches.
Lost a couple of stones, so I'm over them.
Is that being stimulated by this, do you think?
I decided to use the fear of finding out as a benchmark, so.
I took myself off to the doctor not long after I last saw you and found out I had crazy high blood pressure. I've been on some amazing diet and so I brought it right back down again.
That's
so
brilliant.
It actually has really
It's
worked. Yeah.
We realised that games don't just have to be entertainment products. And if you can somehow work with experts in their field to collaborate from a very early stage, which is what we've done with the LiveLab tool, you can use their expertise to kind of guide you, but constantly with the game in mind. And that is new.
Whatever they develop would need to be engaging. It would need to keep me interested.
Because you're collecting data, it's a motivation for people. The idea is that the data then allows you to analyse and produce solutions that are capable of helping others. Traditional public health campaigns tend to be very serious. I mean, it might be that fun is an antidote to fear, and fun is a way to collect a lot of facts. And if we can do both, then we can actually do something about this.
Max from Glitches is ready to present the revised concept for the FOFO tool to the LiveLab team.
Yeah, I'm feeling quite confident. I think we've come to a really good place, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what everyone thinks.
Hey!
I see you guys. So, LiveLab Crush Your FOFO. It's a thing that you can play on an iPad, and it's presented in a way which feels very, very fun. You would be given one of these creatures that embodies your fear of finding out. The questions that you answer throughout the quiz help us identify what kind of fear you have. And we try and use this imagery to kind of give people this softer approach to answering this question.
It's just fun, isn't it? From the Patients Association and our helpline, enabling patients to become totally in control of their own healthcare. Something like this really does fit well with our objectives.
I can see this being really useful actually in a GP surgery on an iPad. On the one hand, you think if they're there in the first place, they don't need this, but so many people are there because they're bringing their children, their carers, they're bringing other people. And I know I've experienced that sometimes people who are least likely to look after their own health are those that are caring for others.
And it's still gathering information at the same time you're doing it, so.
Obviously we need to get as many people playing the game as possible, so to get people talking about the game, we've enlisted Jeff Brazier.
I'm Jeff Brazier, father of 2 boys, Bobby and Freddie, who are 13 and 14. They lost their mother, Jade Goody, 9 years ago to cervical cancer. I speak from the point of view, on behalf really of my children, going through their childhood with only their father, which is heartbreaking for them. Really, it was avoidable. In terms of the impact that her death has had on my children, it's devastating, it's irreversible. We don't get that hindsight. When it became life-limiting, I can imagine that it probably caused her a lot of pain. This didn't need to be happening, not just to her, but to them as well. I feel like the reason I'm here is I have a very strong message to parents that are maybe not in control of their fear. Think of your children and think of what you're leaving behind, potentially.
So do you think in Jade's case that was actually the fear of finding out?
I've absolutely no doubt that Jade's fear of finding out was entirely the reason that she didn't go for a smear test. What I think the Crush Your FOFO app is going to do for people is take them one step closer towards either finding out that they're fine, or it will take them one step closer to finding out whether those symptoms actually belong to something that they need to be treated for.